What's up, Spotlight crew? Get ready for a rapid-fire news dump that's going to blow you away. First up, we're diving into the 70s with a gripping new thriller that's already snagged a perfect 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Based on a truly bizarre true story, this film has everyone talking. We're talking about the debut of Dead Man's Wire. Next, prepare for some serious claustrophobia. We've got a new film called Locked that puts a man, Eddie Barish, in an impossible situation. He thinks he's found an easy score in a luxury SUV, but he quickly realizes he's trapped, with the owner, William, watching his every move. This is a psychological nightmare you have to see to believe. Then, we're celebrating a major comeback. Director Gus Van Sant, the genius behind Milk and Good Will Hunting, is back with Dead Man's Wire, and critics are calling it his best film in years, earning that stellar 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Starring Bill Skarsgård and Dacre Montgomery, this 70s set thriller based on a wild true story is a must-watch. And finally, the scares are coming back to Derry. HBO is unleashing IT. Welcome to Derry, a brand new series set in the terrifying universe of Stephen King's IT. Get ready for Pennywise to return, with Bill Skarsgård reprising his iconic role. You do not want to miss any of these stories, so make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you catch every single update. A gripping 70s throwback that earns its perfect score. Dead Man's Wire, a new thriller set in the 1970s and based on a genuinely bizarre true story, has arrived with a flawless 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The film plunges us into Indianapolis, where a man named Tony Kuritzis, facing dire mortgage issues, becomes convinced his broker is out to seize his property. In a desperate act, he takes the broker hostage with a shotgun and a wire, demanding both money and a public apology. Starring Bill Skarsgård as the intense Kuritzis and Dacre Montgomery, with supporting roles from legends like Colman Domingo and Al Pacino, this film is already generating massive buzz. Directed by the acclaimed Gus Van Sant, known for classics like Milk and Good Will Hunting, Dead Man's Wire is being hailed as a major return to form. Critics are praising Skarsgård's performance as his strongest to date and Montgomery's subtle portrayal of quiet resignation. While some reviews note that similar films exist, the overall consensus points to a stylish, thrilling, and compelling cinematic experience. The film's premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival has ignited widespread discussion, with fans and critics alike dissecting the bizarre, true events that inspired it. The unique blend of suspense, dark humor, and historical setting has captured the public's imagination, sparking conversations about justice and desperation. Don't go anywhere, because the suspense is just getting started. Next up, we're locking down a story about a man trapped in a nightmare scenario. Trapped in a $1 million SUV, with nowhere to run. Following in the terrifyingly believable footsteps of Saw, the new film, Locked, delivers a potent dose of psychological horror. We meet Eddie Barish, a petty thief and neglectful father played by Bill Skarsgård, who's desperate for cash to reclaim his van. Spotting an unlocked luxury SUV, he sees an easy score, only to find himself trapped inside the soundproofed, tinted vehicle. His panic escalates when he accidentally shoots himself in the leg while trying to escape. The real terror begins when the car's owner, William, played by Anthony Hopkins, contacts Eddie via Bluetooth. From a nearby building, William reveals Eddie is his 7th victim and intends to teach him a brutal lesson in accountability. What follows is a chilling game of cat and mouse, with William toying with Eddie's mind and body, revealing himself to be a doctor who cleans and bandages Eddie's wounds only to continue the torment. While the film, a remake of the 2019 Argentinian thriller 4x4, attempts to explore themes of accountability, critics find its efforts to evoke empathy for the abrasive Eddie superficial. The sheer indulgence of the custom-built $1.3 million Dolus SUV adds another layer to William's warped sense of justice. Streaming on Prime Video, Locked is described as a claustrophobic, character-driven thriller. Can Eddie escape his high-tech prison? Find out next, as we celebrate a legendary director's incredible comeback. Gus Van Sant's 70s masterpiece is back and better than ever. Step back into 1977, a time of surreal events and political upheaval, as director Gus Van Sant brings the bizarre true story of Tony Kiritsis to life in Dead Man's Wire. This gripping thriller, earning a perfect 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, centers on Kiritsis, an Indianapolis businessman who, after being misled on a loan, snaps and takes a mortgage broker hostage. What ensued was a 63-hour live broadcast psychological drama that captivated the nation. Bill Skarsgård delivers a career-defining performance as Kiritsis, portraying him as a chaotic, magnetic, and surprisingly charming antihero. His characterization masterfully balances menace with unexpected wit, making Kiritsis a complex figure who is both a victim of injustice and a perpetrator of violence. The film also features Dacre Montgomery as the hostage, Richard Hall, and a memorable cameo from Al Pacino as the cold patriarch of the mortgage company. Van Sant, known for his unique take on society's outsiders, crafts a film reminiscent of his earlier works like Drugstore Cowboy and My Own Private Idaho, but with a modern, sharp edge. The soundtrack, featuring 70s hits and Danny Elfman's score, immerses the audience in the era, while the narrative skillfully pulls viewers between sympathy for Kiritsis and horror at his actions. After a decade of mixed reviews, Dead Man's Wire is being celebrated as a triumphant return to form for the acclaimed filmmaker, proving he can still turn real-life chaos into unforgettable art. That's a deep dive into a 70s crime, but the scares aren't over yet. Get ready for a terrifying return to a familiar, horrifying universe. Pennywise is back to haunt Derry in a chilling new series. Prepare for nightmares as HBO unleashes the official trailer for IT. Welcome to Derry, an original drama series set to premiere in October 2025. Expanding on the terrifying universe created by Stephen King and brought to the big screen by Andy Muschietti, this 8-episode season promises to delve deeper into the origins of Pennywise and the horrors plaguing the town of Derry. Reprising his acclaimed role as the terrifying clown is Bill Skarsgård, who once again dons the iconic makeup to bring the ultimate evil to life. The series also features a stellar cast including Taylor Page, Javan Adipo, Chris Chalk, James Remar, Stephen Ryder, Madeline Stowe, and Reddy Mancuso. Directed by Andy Muschietti and developed by him, Barbara Muschietti, and Jason Futch, the show is executive produced by a powerhouse team including Skarsgård himself. Fans have been eagerly awaiting this return to Derry, and the trailer has only amplified the anticipation. The series is set to explore new terrifying narratives, building upon the lore established in the blockbuster films It and IT Chapter 2. The announcement of Bill Skarsgård's return has sent shockwaves through the fanbase, confirming the presence of the most iconic modern horror villain. That's all the terrifying news for now, but we're not done yet. Stick around for a lightning round recap and all the ways you can stay connected with Cyrus Spotlight. And that's a wrap on today's massive news drop. We covered the perfect score 70s thriller Dead Man's Wire, the intense claustrophobia of Locked, Gus Van Sant's triumphant return with Dead Man's Wire, and the terrifying return to Derry with IT. Welcome to Derry. Don't miss a single update, hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive content, and ring the notification bell so you're always in the know. Follow us on all our social channels and join the Cyrus Spotlight community. We'll see you in the next video.